week. But yeah, that's definitely going to be something you want to come along to, especially if you're a big fan of dressing up in costumes, because it is the most insane horror costume party ever. I know normally on the show I do horror recommendations, and I know I've been a bit lax over the last couple of weeks, but I will thoroughly recommend the new series of American Horror Story, American Horror Story Coven, which started a couple of weeks ago. I've been watching it. It's absolutely fantastic. This particular season has Kathy Bates in it as well, who was, of course, famous for her roles in Stephen King films, amongst other things. She is famous for her roles in Misery and Dolores Claiborne. She plays vastly different characters in that, and again, a vastly different character in American Horror Story, but she is amazing. And her interplay with Jessica Lange, who is a series stalwart, is it's just awesome. It's awesome to watch. So I can definitely thoroughly recommend American Horror Story Coven if you want something creepy to watch. So I'm a big fan of horror films, as most of you know, and one of my favourite horror film themes of all time is the Nightmare on Elm Street theme. So I'm going to play that for you now. So this was composed by a guy called Charles Bernstein, and it was composed back in 1984. This is the Nightmare on Elm Street theme. So that was the Nightmare on Elm Street theme there, composed by Charles Bernstein back in 1984. Of course, Nightmare on Elm Street was the first film to feature Johnny Depp it's a good little pub quiz question that you quite often get is what was the first film that Johnny Depp featured in, and quite a lot of people say Edward Scissorhands, which is wrong, obviously. But yeah, the first film he featured in was in fact Nightmare on Elm Street, where he meets a very gruesome demise. Little funny fact about Johnny Depp you might not know is that he suffers from chorophobia, which is the fear of clowns. I personally am fascinated with clowns. I'm a big fan of clowns. But I've got a list here of various different interesting phobias, and I'll share some of them with you. What we got? Venus trypophobia, which is fear of beautiful women, which apparently can be caused by low self-confidence or putting too much pressure on appearances. That's definitely something I don't suffer from. I like beautiful women very much. Oh, that sounded really creepy. Never mind. Ergophobia, which is the fear of work. I've met plenty of people who I think probably suffer from that. Xanthophobia, the fear of the colour yellow. Sufferers of xanthophobia fear anything yellow, from the sun to daffodils and yellow paint. There is a lot of yellow in the natural world, actually. That must be quite scary. I think fear of the sun is kind of logical, because the sun is a little bit terrifying, even though it obviously provides us with everything that we need. Right, so enough of my rambling. I'm going to play you a couple more tracks before the end of the show. I'm going to play you some Radiohead now. This is Fake Plastic Trees.
A green plastic watering can for a fake Chinese rubber plant and a fake plastic girl. And she bought from a rubber man in a town full of rubber plants to get rid of itself. The world's around. The world's around. wears me out. It wears me out. And if I could be who you wanted, if I could be who you wanted all the time, all the time.
So that was Radiohead there with Fake Plastic Trees. I've got time for one more song. Before I do, quick Twitter and email plug. Don't forget you can get in touch with me on the show by following me on Twitter at DJ Awesome Wells. You can send me requests and abuse and whatever you actually like via Twitter. And you can also email me at pushingunderground@hotmail.co.uk. And also, I must also mention, because I forget to mention this quite often, all of these shows are available to stream and download. So if you don't have time to sit at a computer for an hour or 2 hours, depending on how long the show is, then you can always download it and listen to it later when you're traveling or you've got nothing better to do. So got one more track left for you, and it's a Dresden Dolls track, which is really, really tragic and really sad, called Me and the Minibar.
Dinner's up. I'll unwrap the plastic cups. It's just us, my love. It's just us, my I will make the room up nice. Put your insides on ice. It was real, true love. It was real, true love. Close all the windows, put signs on the handles, and strip down to my dum-da-dums. You've gone so far. You've gone so far. And tonight it's just me and the Minibar. Candles from the wall every city's got to have that I bought last night. What I bought last night. I was so excited to do such normal things with you. When you laughed last night with your toothbrush dry. No such details